Working a job nowadays feels like a scam, and that's if you could even get a job in this economy. Like, what the fuck are we even working for? To pay rent, our car insurance, phone plans, food, and then have no money left over due to how expensive everything has gone in the last 6 years? This isn't living, it's surviving. If your job offered you a place to live, a car, food, and a phone, but no salary, would you take it? This is literally what it feels like these days. This is a type of shit they should teach us in school, but never will because school is made for workers and is designed around the same system. You have to show up at a certain time, get told what to do by someone you don't even like, and have to wait until a specific time so you can leave, just to do the same tasks over and over again for 8 hours the next day. Is this the type of life that you want to live? Go to school for half your life, then spend the rest of it trading your time for money, dreading for Monday to come around? Because I know that I don't. I would rather die than work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life because I know God didn't put me on this earth to be average and to be stuck in a system that doesn't care about me. If I was meant to be average and not do anything meaningful with my life, then why would God save me? Not only was I born prematurely, but I almost died at birth. I was in an incubator for a month after I was born, attached to tubes because I couldn't breathe on my own. I always knew subconsciously since I was a little kid that I was put on this earth for a reason, and I'm not gonna waste or throw away this chance at life that God gave me. These companies don't care about you and don't want you to succeed. They won't leave you starving, but they always need to keep you hungry because they need you to live paycheck to paycheck so you show up to work the next day. Once you get a mortgage, finance a car, and pile up debt, that's when they get you. Checkmate. Now you have no choice but to go to work for the rest of your life and run on a hamster wheel for your next paycheck. And that's if you could even find a job nowadays because it's damn near impossible. Since everyone went to college, it's gotten so saturated that it's basically the new high school diploma. That's today's new standard. On top of that, now you need 2 to 5 years of work experience in that field for an entry-level position. And in order to even get a job interview, you need connections within the company because most of the LinkedIn and Indeed job postings are fake and no one is hiring in person anymore. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to get work experience if all the entry-level jobs already require you to have it? It literally makes zero fucking sense. Now let's talk about the pay. Since COVID, everything has tripled in price. Houses, apartments, cars, groceries, gas, you name it. But the salaries haven't. No wonder why our generation can't afford to move out on their own when all the entry-level salaries aren't even enough to cover rent. Oh yeah, and the pay raise that you get every year gets eaten by inflation, so that doesn't exist. And now if you get pushed into a higher tax bracket because of all those yearly raises, you will now get taxed even more. So in reality, you're actually getting paid less every year. If this isn't modern day slavery, then I don't know what is. Working a job isn't the safe route anymore. Just because it was for our parents' generation doesn't mean it is for ours, especially because half of these jobs are gonna get replaced with AI anyways. At this point, you're better off chasing your purpose and dreams in life. Nowadays, you have a higher chance of making it this way than working a dead-end job for the rest of your life. Like, who the fuck sold us this facade that we go to school for half of our lives, get into debt, then we get a job, start a family, retire, and die? What kind of a fucking life is this? It sounds more like a trap than anything. I don't know about you, but me personally, if I get stuck in the same system that my parents got stuck in, I would not only fail myself, but I would also fail them because they didn't immigrate into this country and sacrifice everything for us to have a better life just for us to fall into the same trap as they did and repeat the cycle again. I'd rather waste my 20s and dedicate these important years of my life to build something real and to make sure I'm good for the next chapter of my life, instead of looking back in 20 years, working a job that I absolutely hate and living with regret. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not rotting away at your job, waiting to retire, because by that point, you'll be too tired to do anything, have health problems, and won't even be able to enjoy life, and are basically just waiting to die at that point. So if you're a teenager or a young adult who's watching this, you have your entire life to work a job. But remember, you're only young for a very short portion of it. So don't waste these important years of your life being a robot and slaving away for these companies who don't give the slightest fuck about you. It shouldn't take you 8 hours to make $100. I'm not saying working a job is bad. You should use it as a tool to fund your dreams, but it shouldn't be your identity or your end goal. But the truth is, your opportunity to chase and achieve your dreams is fading away every single day that you waste. And if you want a different outcome in life, you have to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. At the end of the day, no one is coming to save you. And if you want to work your entire life paycheck to paycheck so then you can party and get fucked up with your boys on the weekend, be my guest. But that's not the type of life that I want to live.